Hi, my name is Chandler Stillings, and today we're going to go into the company that I chose to investigate, which was the Marathon Petroleum Corporation. And we're going to look at a couple of changes they've made over the past couple of years that affects the needs of their stakeholders. But first, I wanted to talk about what a stakeholder really is. And this is any individual or group who can affect or are affected by the achievement of a firm's objective. And this can include the communities that they're involved in, the government, suppliers, employees, customers, etc. Marathon Petroleum Corporation started actually in Lima, Ohio, as the Ohio Oil Company. And through many breakoffs, they finally became Marathon Petroleum Corporation and are now located in Findlay, Ohio. They operate the nation's largest refining system, and they have 16 refineries in total. But the three changes I wanted to focus on in the past couple of years they've made are the Endeavor merger, community investments that they've made, and the coronavirus pandemic that has been affecting us all. The Endeavor merger at the top, where I wanted to start, this made them the largest refining system in the United States. It brought their total processing capacity up to 3.1 million barrels of crude oil per day. And this affected their stakeholders because it actually made them gain a lot of stakeholders that didn't know who they are. So they had to really build up their reputation with their suppliers and everyone on the West Coast since they're typically an East Coast company. And this actually created a lot of opportunities for growth and gains in the company. But the problem is, over the past 2 years, business has struggled for Marathon, and stakeholders have actually become very concerned. So they realized they had to make a couple decisions that would affect their stakeholders, and they shook up top management and actually named a new CEO. And they pledged to spin off of a Speedway gasoline business, which was one of their subsidiaries. And this was big because Speedway is such a prominent player in the retail industry. You would wonder why they would want to do this. But through what they've been telling their stakeholders is that this takes them back to step one and makes them really focus on who they are as a company and what they do best. And for me, I personally believe this is a very positive decision for them to make, and we will see how this pays off in the near future. The next one I wanted to focus on was community investments. They are very prominent players in their communities, and they've made a lot of investments, such as the pictures I've listed below. They made a performing arts center in Findlay, Ohio, where they're headquartered, and also Miracle Park, and they've donated a lot of money towards those two projects. But that just shows their community that they are fully invested in them, and they want the best for the communities that they are doing business in. And my third and final change I wanted to talk about that they've been making was during this coronavirus pandemic. This has affected them majorly due to fuel demands dropping 25% in the United States and also 30% globally. They're projecting $250 million losses for the quarter one. So I was wondering, what are they going to do? And what I've found is that they're deferring their tax and spending payments. They've halted share repurchases. They've added financial reserves, and they're also seeking a 1-year, $1 billion loan. And for me, this is very positive because it shows they're not trying to slash their employees and they're not trying to cut jobs. They want the best for everyone that's involved in this community that they have as a company. And from here, they're going to take the most positive steps forward they can and to bolster their finances for the short-term economic havoc that this coronavirus is causing. So all in all, what I've found through my research with Marathon Petroleum Corporation is that they're fully committed. They really take corporate citizenship as an integral part of their business, and they realize that it's great for corporate image and reputation. And this is one of the major roles and values that they have in their company. Corporate citizenship is one of the biggest things Marathon preaches, and you can tell just being in the community that where they're headquartered that this really means a lot to them. And I agree, and I believe it's a vital idea towards their financial performance. But other than that, that is my presentation on Marathon Petroleum Corporation, and yeah.